What's up, everybody? Welcome to Freak Show Freak Out, the finale. This episode, man. So one of the first things that happens in the episode is that Dandy frickin' wipes out the tent. Not that I was surprised, because the entire tent kind of ganged up on him, and Dandy, being the spoiled little snob that he is, of course he'd go and just shoot them all and kill him because he's crazy. Well, -4. Desiree got lucky, Jimmy wasn't at the tent, and Bet and Dot were being held hostage by Dandy because he's obsessed with them. Cut to commercial. Bet and Dot married Dandy. When I watched, I was like, what? What did I miss? But we soon learned that the freaks all had a plan to take Dandy down. We just didn't really see how they managed to talk to each other because everything happened off screen without an explanation. All we saw was that Bet and Dot somehow managed to hire Desiree as their maid and that they got to sneak Jimmy in. We just didn't see how they managed to get into contact with each other. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed by that. I mean, a lot of the episode happened off screen, which was very disappointing. But because I hate Dandy so much, I was kind of content with how the rest of it played out. Basically, the freaks poison Dandy and he wakes up in an escape chamber. He was chained to the bottom of it and the freaks fill it up with water and he dies like a I mean, it was pretty fitting, right? I mean, he was just, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, and then he died. And they just sat there eating popcorn. It was great, I loved it. By the end, we see that the remaining freaks are living happily ever after. We got Desiree, who seems to be married with children, and it looks like Jimmy and Bet and Dot are together and have children on the way as well. However, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, Jimmy was in hiding from the law. Did they just spend the rest of their lives on the run? Like, the most disappointing thing about this finale was that it left a lot more questions than it did answers. However, I was happy with how they handled Elsa, who we'll talk about right now. Elsa Mars, through determination, finds fame and fortune for herself, which I was happy for. I'm assuming it happened over many years, but eventually her entourage and her husband find out about her assorted past, the questionable movies she was in, the fact that she ran a freak show tent, and they inform her that all the freaks that belonged at that freak show tent were murdered. Over the past couple weeks, they were trying to get her to do a Halloween special, and she was refusing and refusing and refusing. But when she found out about all the freaks dying at the tent, she decides, well, screw it, I'm gonna perform on Halloween and get killed by Edward Mordrake. And Edward Mordrake shows up, which I was pretty happy about, because one of my favorite episodes this season was the Edward Mordrake two-parter episodes. But in a shocking twist, Edward does not take her to live with him for eternity. He does kill her. Instead, she ends up back at the freak show tent to put on shows for full crowds for the rest of eternity with the spirits of the ones who died. And the season ends in a very Soprano-esque manner. When she's about to sing, it just cuts. I got to see everyone again. I got to see my Ma Petite and Ethel, and I was just ecstatic about it. So I really enjoyed that aspect. Overall, this season, I have to say it was not my favorite American Horror Story, which is unfortunate. The season was just all over the place. I still enjoyed it. It's just that, you know, it would have been great if we had some kind of real meaty plot to follow. It is what it is. It was still enjoyable. It still had its shocking twists and turns, and I still liked it. It's just it didn't really feel what I would expect American Horror Story to be after 4 seasons. As for the finale itself, I'm giving it a 3. I am disappointed. It did have its good aspects to it, but you know, seasons 2 and 3, especially for me, the finales were fantastic. I loved both of them. I guess that wraps up Freak Show Freak Out. I enjoyed giving my opinions about the episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my opinions. So I will see you guys next season under another assumed name that I have yet to come up with. Bye!